I think one of the biggest parts of today is just you understanding your own game better of what's causing what. We only change physical game things to create better, more consistent ball motion. Okay. Be aware of the tape in the thumb hole. Your thumb holes are a little bit loose. They're not crazy loose, but ideally it should be hard to get in sideways. Okay.
That's the gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have an oval thumb and oval hole, it should fit in one direction. It shouldn't fit in the both directions, or it's a little bit loose. Okay. Um, and as you get more relaxed, you don't grip as much. And when you grip, your thumb bends, it takes up a little bit more room. Okay. The change in your setup. Remember, I said I think it's going to give your swing different momentum. That kind of out and around, like it's going around a ball, creates different momentum than letting it drop from a high point. Okay. So first, we just moved you back and we changed your setup. Okay. A couple shots you would push early. So I had my hand in front of your ball to get a feel of it not moving early. Okay. And some of that is just you're so used to having the elbow forward past your body before you even move that your body wanted to have it there again. Okay. All this stuff you can do at home with a mirror. You can do 2 steps and stop at home. No motion 1, out and down to about belt level with 2. Um, we moved you back. Your steps got bigger. You didn't think about it. Your body recognized, oh, you're giving me more room. Thank you.
Is this distance from the foul line?
You're fine. Okay. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to be right on top of it. You're back a little bit on that one because we hadn't worked on step 3 yet.
Yeah.
If you watch your step 3, it's a little bit smaller than 2. Okay. But the push height is pretty good. You held it steady on 1. Same first step. Goes out and down to about belt level. And that's you thinking small push. That's you thinking half a push. It's not really a half a push. It just wasn't out too far. If we go to the original shot, you started with the elbow forward. Okay. After step 1, the elbow was past your side already. On step 2, okay, the ball on the right and the ball on the left, the ball on the right's a hair lower, but further out, away from you. Okay. And honestly, the step size is small because you didn't have room. You've already passed the ball return. We go to the next step. And also, just changing your setup, you're able to use your left hand more effectively so the right arm had less tension. Okay. You're off your back foot a little bit quicker on the right, mainly because a short step doesn't take long. Okay. So right about there, back foot's the same. And notice the ball swung more, didn't it? So that shape and push rate gave you different swing momentum. Also, the bigger step gave you more time to have your ball swing. A short step will rob you of time. Okay. We go to step 4. Okay. On the left, it got just a little bit bigger because it had more time. Your backswing went up a good half a ball. And you felt like it was lower.
It felt lower.
Because you weren't doing as much work.
Yeah. Oh.
So it can be deceiving.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what was different.
Correct. Exactly. So it went up by itself. You didn't have to help it up or anything. At the finish, it's the same timing at the finish. Okay. Not bad. Finish is about the same. Back foot stayed a little bit lower. We did one more shot. Same thing. I didn't change your thought. Same good push, same good swing. Notice the back foot stayed much lower that time. And notice your spine tilt didn't change as much coming through the shot.
Right. It's not dropping.
Right. And we didn't work on that, which tells me that going forward in the end wasn't the issue. Okay. Now, probably the weirdest thing we worked on today was the heel toe 3. That's what took the most shots. And when I say the most shots, we still did less than 10, which isn't many shots. But it took your body, after the 6th shot, your body kind of, the 7th one was pretty good. The 8th one was good. I recorded the 9th one. Okay.
That's the 9th one.
Yep. Fluid heel toe 3. And notice now steps 2 and 3 are about the same size. That's kind of what we want. Okay. The heel toe, it kind of rolls and keeps going. The flat footed will stop. So it makes your step 3 have a little bit more of a hitch or loss of momentum on step 3 when you don't do a heel toe. This is before we worked on the heel toe 3. Okay, so you see that looks a little bit more choppy
Oh yeah.
because it stops. Okay, now your body was like, "What the hell are you doing to me? That's weird." It doesn't look weird, does it?
No.
So it should feel weird to have a flat-footed step because everywhere else you walk heel toe, except for step 3 when you bowl. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Even if we look at step 4, now we didn't work on 4, but if you look at the difference of 4 when you came in today, that's quite different, isn't it? It got bigger on the left.
Yes.
Okay.
This,
And
this is just unreasonably short. There's
okay,
just hardly any.
but you didn't really have room.
Yeah.
You had room. And same thing, swing went up a little bit. Okay. So not bad. And once you do probably 20 or 30 of those, it'll tend to stick more. It's just a weird thing to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of experience how you can't think as you're doing. You don't have time. So it's pre-thinking. You have a mental image and visualization of what you want to do and feel. You just try to do it. If it's not what you want, you try it again. And something like this, a lot of things, you'll screw it up more than you don't at first. That's all right. Let your body figure it out. Okay.
The working on one thing at a time. You're saying have that thought, think about it, and then execute.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You won't always do it perfectly. If it's not what you want, do it again.
And
Okay.
it feels like then when I'm bowling for score.
Well, then you pick a small battle you
That's
know
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing.
But think about other sports. Let's say you were on the basketball team in high school. You have practices, right? Some practices you have passing drills. Sometimes you have dribbling drills, shooting drills. But then when you play the game, you play the game. The drills will bleed over into when you. Drills will help you play better. But you don't have to think about it when you're playing. You're developing different habits, or so-called muscle memory, right? But you saw everything, different thought, different results. I could pull up different videos and you can tell me what you thought about on that shot because we have proof that your mind controls your muscles, which means we have proof your mind works fine. Okay?
Which is reassuring.
It is. Okay. Well,
because it didn't seem that way yesterday.
you were overthinking yesterday
Yeah.
and you were probably trying to be careful to not screw up, which
All
means
day.
you screw up. There's no sport where the goal is to be careful and tentative. We want loose and fluid. Okay? Now, we hadn't worked on the finish yet. This is when we worked on step 3. Leg came up and the leg came in a little bit. So then we worked on keep the back leg down. Well, the back leg stayed down and back.
Space.
Yep. And on the back foot, you see it kind of on the pinky toe side of your shoe. I like that.
Okay.
If you think of this as 12 o'clock, right back here 6, we want that about 7:30 or 8. That'll swing over a little bit more the more you work on that. Okay.
So this is about 7.
Yep.
And a little more is okay.
Yep. We want that. Yep. Okay. Don't try to get super low. Just having the foot down keeps you lower. Okay.
Keeping the foot down plenty low.
Absolutely. Okay. Now that one there, we didn't work on the foot. You can tell that. We worked on the follow through.
Right.
Okay. And I'm kind of glad you did this shot. If you look at your footwork, it looks much more choppy on 2-3, right? Okay. Your lower body reacts to your upper body. This one here, you start pushing on step 1.
Right.
So you got a little bit earlier. So then that step had to be shorter and quicker to catch up. So if you feel like your step 2 gets short and quick, you pushed early. Okay. So the step wasn't the issue. People say, "Oh, I screwed my footwork up." Your upper body altered your footwork. Okay. Now the thing you thought about was good, but I knew that one felt weird. Okay, because I saw what happened. So this one here, I gave you two thoughts, and you did it very well. Steady on one, which is a positive sense of don't push early. If you think don't push early, the action is push early, then you'll do that. Okay?
Steady on one. That's why I asked.
Correct.
What
Yep.
are those words? Yeah.
And I said steady on one, loose follow through. Let it go up and down. And this is a pretty good looking shot. Okay? Much better. And see, when you release that energy of the follow through, your body doesn't absorb anything. You're releasing the energy. Okay? So not bad. If we get you right coming through the release point, and let's pull up that original shot, and we'll get you coming right past your leg here. Okay? They look pretty close, don't they?
Yeah.
Let's continue. Well, now they don't already. Body's going down.
Yeah.
Back foot came up higher. The follow through didn't go up as much because your body kind of got in the way of it. Look at that. The wrist came above the head. The elbow came above the shoulder. Okay? The left arm is just out to the side. It's quiet. If you and what's interesting, and I see it all the time, sometimes when people pull, they'll actually pull, which requires muscle, and then they'll stop, which requires muscle. When you thought let it go up and down fluidly, that's a positive tense of don't use muscle. Okay? And since you didn't pull, you're able to have the foot come back down. And look at the arm's already falling down. Okay? So that's kind of the end of both clips right there. Okay? And like
This one's relaxed. This one's tense.
correct.
Yeah.
And then we talked about it's not going to hurt you to have better balance and leverage every shot.
It's more consistent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it can equate to better ball motion. Okay? All right. Excellent job. Okay? Let's stop recording here. So when you go to practice, it's 10 to 20 shots on that, 10 to 20 shots on that, one thing at a time.